Undercover Brother, fantastic, dude. Undercover Brother. Now, this is a film that I'm a pretty big fan of, honestly. Going
you
into
sure
it,
are.
I was kind of expecting it to not really hold up super well. Like, a lot of the jokes are very racially motivated, if you catch my drift. But,
I don't know if that's the right phrase for it.
However, it holds up shockingly well, honestly. Like, I was baffled by just how well his humor worked all together, I was a big fan of it. Fun fact for you guys. This movie's actually based off a webtoon. Were you aware of that?
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Like the Korean manga type thing?
Yeah, it's based off of a manhwa, Jackson.
That's what I think of when I hear webtoon. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Nico?
This movie would be much more offensive if it were based on a manhwa.
Yeah. So yeah, Undercover Brother, guys. Now, Jackson, this is your first time watching this film. What did you think of it?
I thought it was alright. It was pretty funny overall. The production was pretty low effort for the most part, which is, I think, its biggest detractor. But I think the comedy sat pretty well for the most part. It's a comedy. I thought it was funny. I don't really have a lot to say other than that, to be honest.
I don't have much to say about this movie either.
Honestly,
it was clever. I thought it was silly, and the production was pretty bad.
Honestly, when it comes to production quality, I think it really adds to the charm overall.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
What'd you guys think about the actors?
They were funny.
Yeah, they were pretty funny. I like
they fit their roles.
They had Dave Chappelle in there.
Did a great job here.
Is that all you guys know, Dave Chappelle?
I mean, he was like the big one.
Well,
yeah,
no, this movie came out in 2002. Well. Eddie Griffin was massive. Eddie Griffin is insane.
Which character was he?
Anton Jackson movie.
Oh, okay. He was the main guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he was the main guy, as well as the main voice actor for Undercover Brother from the webtoon was actually in this film as well. He voices Smart Brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I assume he plays him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what dub over every one of his lines.
That'd be really fun if they did that. But yeah, I think this film is fantastic. One big thing when it comes to like this sort of like, racial comedy, that can, that can like really weigh a film down is if it feels a little, not quite even-handed, which this film most certainly is. It takes shots at black people, it takes shots at white people, it takes shots at the mentally impaired.
I was gonna say something kind of similar to you in that I wouldn't say even-handed, but like if it starts coming across as mean-spirited, which I don't think it did.
No, not at all.
They had all the classic bits in there. White people like mayonnaise. Black people love big, like orange soda, big gulp cups.
Hot sauce.
All kinds of hot sauce. Playing all the hits, I guess. An extended bit about fried chicken.
Oh yeah.
What else do you want? I found it interesting that the general guy was based on Colin Powell. Mm-hmm. Which you guys wouldn't know.
No, absolutely not.
I found it very strange that was the angle they went for. But hey, can you guys believe this movie predicted a black president?
Holy shit. When this movie came out, I'm sure they thought that it was still like a far cry away, but just the next guy over ended up being Obama, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, first, I'm a big Obama fan. Overall... This movie's pretty sweet. There really isn't many detractors for it, I'd say. The only real big thing for me is that, like, the villain, Mr. Feather, whatever, he feels pretty undercooked. Most of the jokes don't really overstay their welcome if there are any bad ones, which, for the most part, I don't really think there are. The fucking scene where Neil Patrick Harris just, like, murders several men right in front of our very eyes.
Yeah, he, like, rips them in half and shit.
Yeah. As out of place as it may seem, I'm a big fan of that scene. The only real part that I'm not as big a fan of with that is I just don't really feel like there was much build up to it at all. He just snaps for no reason.
They don't even set up like he doesn't like being called a sissy.
Yeah, I think if they did that like a couple of times throughout the movie, it would have been fantastic, but...
Yeah.
Instead of just fucking Mortal Kombat's these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we say this all the time with comedies. It's hard to have like a whole bunch of thoughts on comedies when it really just kind of comes down to, yeah, I thought it was funny, but I'm ready to give it a ranking already, to be honest.
Well, you see, Tanner, this film came out at a turbulent time in America's history. I'm kidding. That's Fritz the Cat. Undercover Brother, I'll give it an A-.
I'll give it a B+.
Nico, I'm so glad you said A- because I'm also saying A-.
Okay. And then Dylan, hold on, I gotta scroll up past all. He gave it an A+. Okay, I guess I'm the odd man.
A-.
There we go.
Whoa.
Tanichi, what would you give Undercover Brother?
Personally,
it has James Brown in it, if that helps you.
It does. It does have James Brown.
It only has him in it for like 10
sick.
seconds, though.
Gary Williams. I give it an A.
Yeah, the main girl's pretty hot, so...
I'm not.
That's a big
I don't
plus.
agree.
That's because you don't like black women.
Hang on now. I don't even think that the Snow Bunny is that hot, dude.
Anyways.